We're on, Jeff. It's
Hey.
you and I yet again. I mean, there's a lack of excitement in my voice.
Yeah, we're both two sad, defeated men.
I'm not too sad to say, though, based on what I said last week, I did tell you so regarding Dalvin Cook.
Oh, yeah, he carved us to pieces.
And it wasn't even the Thanksgiving Day game.
Nope, he shred our apparently good run defense. That I don't know. I guess Todd Gurley is just that bad, and then
James Robinson, the undrafted rookie. We can stop James Robinson, the undrafted rookie.
Mm-hmm.
And we can stop the new and improved Todd Gurley after his knee injury, but it's not really improved. I don't know.
We can stop hurt, and honestly, we can't even stop him. It actually, he scored on us, and he didn't even want to.
He didn't even mean to. And then there's the last week, or not Minnesota, but against Indianapolis, Nyheim Hines and Jordan Wilkins. Jordan Wilkins had never had a game like that.
Yep, none of them. I mean, they were just doing backflips and cartwheels in the end zones. They were just dancing. I am sick of seeing offenses just dance in our end zones. There has been so much dancing. I mean, last game, the Vikings were just cutting a rug in our end zone.
Our end zone is a place to show off your secondary athletic prowess with either gymnastics or a wonderful interpretive dance.
Right, yeah. I mean, when they get there, they should be like, "Hey, you playing the Lions? Have some dancing shoes waiting for you by the goalpost." And then as soon as you get there, then you just put your shoes on and cut a rug in front of no fans, and you'll have the best. Every team looks like they have so much fun playing against us.
They do. But when you look at the other teams on the sidelines, there are smiles ear to ear that I'm willing to put money down that those adult men have not smiled that kind of happy smile since they were a child and still believed in Santa Claus on Christmas morning.
Yeah, I mean, they're all having a blast. They're laughing, they're joking, and then you look at our sidelines, and you got a coach with a gator over his face, and he's just mad, and the most enthusiasm you see is they smack a helmet. That's it. They go, "Hey, good job." That's it. That's every time they would just do anything. They'd be like, "Hey, nice job." They just smack the top of a guy's helmet, and that was the only celebration. It's not a happy team, but the other sideline, they're just having a ball.
Absolutely no fun on our sidelines. Our opposing team's sidelines are like the kids that get iPads from Santa, and then our sideline looks like the kids that got that Etch-a-Sketch in 2020.
Yeah, or like a Vizio brand. Yeah. Some piece of crap.
Used. It's got a crack in the screen.
Yeah, I mean, everybody was looking good on the Vikings. Everyone. There wasn't a part where they're like, "Uh-oh, there's a weak spot." Everyone was just playing. Kirk Cousins. It was just like, I was just imagining he was probably shouting, "You like that?"
So much.
I know, and I didn't want him to say it, but Kirk Cousins is carving us up. Dalvin
13
Cook
of 20. Kirk Cousins was 13 of 20 for 220 yards and 3 touchdowns. He had a 141.7 quarterback rating. Meanwhile, Dalvin Cook had 22 for 206 and 2 touchdowns, a long of 70, on which the play, we only had 10 guys on the field. And then Alexander Mattinson, their backup, had 12 for 69. He averaged almost 6 yards a carry.
Yeah. I mean,
Dalvin Cook averaged 9.4 yards a carry.
No way.
Yeah.
He was just getting a first down every time he got the ball.
He also had 2 receptions for 46 yards.
Good. Yeah, what?
He had 252 yards from scrimmage yesterday against us.
Yeah. Is that because we were missing Trey Flowers?
Oh, God. Can you imagine?
Is it one player away?
And sometimes you say things, and I can see this twinkle in your eye that I can only describe as hope.
Maybe maybe Patricia just needs Trey Flowers, then it all works. And without him, we didn't have Kenny Galladay, we didn't have Trey Flowers, and I think those are the 2 pieces we would have won this game.
Your optimism knows no bounds, and that is one of my favorite things about you.
If we
That
had
leads
two
me
guys.
and that leads me into this question. With your optimism knowing no bounds, how today is Matt Patricia still employed? Three
Oh,
times over the last 2 games, we had 10 players on the field on defense. 3 times over 2 games.
that's like it's COVID times. Everything's a little harder now. I think you got to give him one more season. A real season. Give him an honest try.
You wanna hear something about seasons? I stumbled across this little statistic
Yeah.
earlier, and you tell me he needs another season.
Okay.
Matt Patricia, defensive genius,
Hmm.
2018, his first season with the team, he gave up 22.5 points per game, 335 yards per game, and 5.7 yards a play. Okay,
That's all right. A lot of yards, a lot of
not great.
chunk yardage. Bend don't break.
2019, it went up from 22.5 points a game to 26.4 points a game. It went up from 335 yards per game to 400 yards per game. And it went up from 5.7 yards per play to 5.9 yards per play.
Okay.
And here we are in 2020. It has gone up from 26.4 points per game to 30 points per game. It has gone down from 400 yards, but it is still very only slightly. 400 yards in 2019 to in 2020, 392 yards per game, and
So
we are giving up 6 yards per play.
okay, so he's getting better with the yards.
Not if you compare it to 2018.
He's let him fix this yards problem, and then we'll work on points.
Yeah, fix this yards 8 yards at a time. In 10 years, he might be down under 350.
Yeah, we just need to give him enough time. We'll get those yards down. He just needs a few more years. Good Lord, he's actively getting worse.
And he has also never beat Minnesota or Chicago. He got here in 2018. He has never beat Mitchell Trubisky or Kirk Cousins.
I mean, they're both elite. They're
I
two.
hate you. I hate you so much. I was going to bring that up. I was going to be like, this is to your point of only being worried about elite quarterbacks, and you have that one locked and loaded.
Yeah.
USOB.
They're two elite quarterbacks, so that's, of course, he's going to have a hard time with those guys, and plus he's only allowed to have 10 players on the field. That's Goodell screwing with him.
Because if he has 10 players on the field, the way Matt Patricia sees it, he gets to have 12 players on the field at a later play. They're rollover players.
Yeah, he's like it's like singular wireless. He's like, "Let me my rollover players." Then they're like, "Hey, do you want 10 players on the field or 11?" And he's like, "Is Trey Flowers out?" And like, he's out. Like, just give me 10 then. I don't even need the extra one.
Is Trey Flowers out? No. Is Trey Flowers in the game? No, he's not. Okay, just give me the loss. I'll throw in the towel.
Just let me throw in the towel. Without my 2 guys, I can't make it work. That's
It's the worst. But I'm curious to talk to our guest today, who is one of my favorite comedians, just a terrific human being, and a Minnesota Vikings lifelong fan who has got to be riding high after that just shellacking they put on the Detroit Lions yesterday. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Chad Daniels.
Oh, with the Bills.
Hey, what's up, you guys?
How are you, Chad?
I'm doing great. How are you guys?
Looking like a Lions fan right there.
Just what you mean by switching my team?
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, that's just hold on, my alarm's going off for this show that I'm doing.
Oh, we got you early, so we got the alarm.
Yeah, that's right.
That's how we planned it.
Perfect. Yeah, listen, Kirk Cousins, I can't be part of it. It's a lot of people are say, on both sides of the political coin these days saying, well, that guy's not my president and that guy's not my president. Well, Kirk Cousins isn't my fucking quarterback. No chance. He's so bad. He's unexciting. I don't even know if that's a word. He sucks the excitement. Thank God they're still not playing in the Metrodome. The fucking roof would collapse because Kirk Cousins sucks the air out of every single building he's in. He's a guy that throws it 5 yards on a 3rd and 8. I mean, they got to start telling him that it's 3rd and 13, so he throws it to the sticks. And I can't watch it. It ruins my Sundays. So what I've decided to do is follow Stephon Diggs to Buffalo, and he's exciting. You know, it's like he was the most exciting guy on the Vikings. And while Adam Thielen is a fantastic receiver, there's no denying. But Adam Thielen is like, he's just so by the book, right? He's a great route runner. He's not the fastest guy, but he makes space for himself. When I think of Adam Thielen, I think 1 + 1 is 2. 2 + 2 is 4. It's just boring. And I think Stephon Diggs is like new math, where you're like, what the fuck is this? It is crazy. I didn't even know I could do that. So
Adam Thielen is arithmetic, and Stephon Diggs has got variables and shit.
Yes.
It's Common Core.
So I was down in the field last year for a Vikings game, and Stephon Diggs ran by me. I was on the 5-yard line, and he was running a corner route to that back of the end zone. Oh. And I thought it felt like I was on the interstate and a car drove by me. I mean, my body moved because of the wind. My hair was blowing. It was exciting. I didn't know what happened. I thought I almost got smoked by a bus. But so I followed him to the Bills, and I think it's fair. I did a little research, and I know that they also have not won a Super Bowl, 0-4 in Super Bowls, and so I don't think I'm jumping on. It's not like you see some guys that are like, I love the Chicago Bulls and the Dallas Cowboys and the Yankees, and it's like, oh, did you grow up in 1994, you little spoiled bitch? So I tried to make it as fair as possible, and listen, I'm complaining about being a Vikings fan, and here we are on a Detroit Lions podcast.
Yeah, I know. You're talking about how boring your team is. They looked exciting yesterday.
Dear Christ. I didn't even know our offensive line could move people, and then you guys were like, we got it.
Yeah, we gave you 10 defensive players and let's see what you can do.
Right. Just opening up all sorts of holes. Every single player on your team looked wonderful yesterday.
I don't know if you saw me. I ran the ball twice for 12 yards. They just gave me the old get down here, and I was like, I guess Daddy's in. I'm in.
Yeah, you just had wide open holes. You just ran. You just saw end zone.
Absolutely.
I did think I saw a very unusual end zone dance. I was like, that seems unorthodox, and now that makes sense. I've seen you move that way.
You're like, why does the running back have the tits of an O lineman? That seems weird. Just bouncing up and down and hitting him in the chin strap.
Why does the running back have the shoulder pads of a woman playing professional football?
Actually, I wore my mom's old blazer. That's where the shoulder pads came from.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I gave it like a nice 80s vibe back to the rough football days.
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, that's fair that you follow. I mean, at least you followed a player. I mean, we like to play a little game here on this, and we ask everybody, because we are huge fans of Matthew Stafford, and we just want what's best for him. We just want him to go out there and succeed because we think he could win a Super Bowl. How would you feel about having Matthew Stafford on your team?
Yeah, you guys want him?
Absolutely. I mean, for the work he does in the community alone. I'm going to tell you, I don't know what kind of work Kirk Cousins does in the Minneapolis community, because I refuse to do the research, because I don't want to find out he's nice, because I can't stand him as a football player. I mean,
I do remember him saying, I think he's an anti-mask guy. I think he's one of those guys that was like, yeah, if you want to wear it because you're afraid, then I guess I'll do it too.
Because Kirk Cousins is so tough.
Well, I think Kirk Cousins, from what I've read, he believes that he has a spot at the table in the afterlife, and good for him. If people believe in that stuff, it's awesome, because imagine laying in your deathbed and thinking you're going somewhere else. I mean, I don't know, but I'm just saying, like, he looks like he's got it figured out, and he believes that stuff. And that's another reason I can't cheer for him. I can't cheer for a guy who just goes home and holds hands with his kids and prays away a loss. It has to hurt you a little bit. You have to be saddened and hurt and almost offended by a loss. Here's another reason I can't stand him. It was during the Seattle Seahawks game, and the Seattle Seahawks linebacker, first play of the game, bats down a pass, and he starts walking towards Cousins and starts chirping at him. And Cousins backs up like the biggest piece of crap in the world. And it was just like, it was infuriating to watch because I wanted him to go smash his face mask into Wright's face mask and start jawing back and forth. And I don't know if he's trying to be an example to kids or whatever, but you need to be an example to a 45-year-old man because I'm buying Bills gear, dude.
I jumped the Viking ship. I feel like Kirk Cousins, his catchphrase is "you like that," and I feel like he at this point is just doing it to specifically spite you.
Well, to be fair, Kirk Cousins' catchphrase is "you like that" with a voice crack. So it's like, turns out, no, I don't, Kirk. It's like, bring it down one octave because
I did not like puberty. It was a very trying time for me.
It's like when he says "like," you just think, did Mariah Carey voice double that part of it? Why are you hitting that pitch?
Well, Mariah Carey could hit a pitch high enough to break glass, where the pitch that Kirk Cousins hits, it's high enough to shatter hopes and dreams for the Minnesota Vikings fans.
Yes, it is. Yes, it absolutely is.
Yep, he's a terrible example.
I mean, I get it. Kirk Cousins, he is a tool. He's a Michigan State grad. I've never ever liked him. I like Brian Hoyer more than him, which is saying a lot. But you've got Dalvin Cook, who is just a stud.
Dalvin Cook is absolutely unreal, and what I love seeing with Dalvin Cook, and again, I'm not saying any other players don't do this, but Dalvin Cook, they showed him yesterday after he ran 200 yards on you guys. They showed him on the sidelines, and he was going over and he was talking to Ham, his fullback, talking to all the offensive linemen, really giving them props. In my head, I pictured the conversation, no way I get to 200 without you guys. I really enjoy that kind of stuff, I
saw him post game too,
nice.
and he was just going bananas about the guys up front. He goes, I'm trying to put my team in the best position to win, but I can't do it without that offensive line. And he was calling out all those people that you said. He did not commend Kirk Cousins, though.
Listen, I don't know. There's no way I could possibly know this, and I don't have any insider info, but with the energy and the body language I see when I'm watching the games, because I do still watch the games, I just no longer let them ruin my Sundays, except last week I bet on the Packers and the Vikings still figured out a way to bite me in the ass.
They still screwed you. They felt like, we got to still screw over somehow.
Yeah, that's right.
Did you bet on the Packers or did you bet on the refs? Because the Packers just get all the calls.
But not that day. It was very interesting. I think the Packers do get calls, but it's normally when the Vikings have something at stake, and they don't this year. And so it was a great game, and I almost think there was a no call on a pass interference that went the Vikings' way, and I've never seen anything like that. So I think the Vikings should be 1-5 every time they play the Packers. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah, every single time you screw the Packers, know, and you make some money.
Right. Yeah. But again, back to the body language and everything, it doesn't look like Cousins is leading his team. He doesn't look like he has that respect. He doesn't look like people are coming up to him. It looks like he's quarantined or something where he just goes out, throws the pass, runs back. And again, I'm obviously not seeing all of it because I'm at home. And also I lean towards, I don't like him. So all of my thoughts lean negative towards him just because I don't like him as a quarterback.
Kirk Cousins. Go ahead.
Yesterday, I sent my friend this message that said he doesn't have an arm to get it to a receiver on time, right? So if he sees a receiver 12 yards away, he can't get him the ball. The closing speed in the NFL is so ridiculous that you need to be able to just fire a ball in there like Mahomes, He let the play clock run to 0, so it was like 3rd and 6, and then it went to 3rd and 11 on a delay of game.
Oh, I remember that.
And then when he does go deep, he has to throw it as hard as he can and just hope it's the right spot.
Yeah.
So a lot of times he overthrows the receiver. He's just not. Listen, I bet if he was like the guy that comes in and prays before the game and then just goes home, awesome.
Do you think Kirk Cousins has got life post NFL as like the team chaplain?
I think Kirk Cousins. I hope he goes away and just enjoys his millions of dollars that he knows deep down he does not deserve.
Yeah. Well, I hope he stays on the Minnesota Vikings and becomes the chaplain, and then you get to see him every single day for the rest.
And I mean, if he's making all that money, he's obviously very frugal with it based on that gender reveal setup he had in that atrocious video. Have you seen that video?
Yeah,
I
where he
haven't.
almost misses.
Yeah, he throws a
What happens?
football at a piece of wood or something, and he almost
I'm gonna
misses
just,
the wood.
Zach, I'm gonna interject here. A pretty large piece of wood,
Yeah.
like a good sized chunk of plywood. This wasn't like one of those sticks that a kid was hanging off and the other half broke off and there's just a nub. This was a piece of plywood with a target in the middle of it, and he hit the left bottom corner barely. It might have been a dirty bag. We don't know.
And in the
Yes.
video, he looks over to his wife, and his wife couldn't even make eye contact with him. She's like, "You're a professional starting quarterback. What are you even doing right now?"
That was the first time she considered an abortion.
Yeah. Let's save the planet from this weak arm.
Yeah, he's still anti-mask, but that moment she went from pro-life to pro-choice.
Yeah.
Real quick.
I hate how much we're bashing how bad of a quarterback is, although he looked amazing against our defense.
He did go. He went 13 of 20 for 220 with 3 touchdowns.
Right. But he also, let's talk about this. 4th downs when he needed to move the chains on 3rd down, as I guess I should say, when he needed to move the chains at the end of the game to solidify it, they couldn't get the 1st down. And you can tell me Dalvin Cook wasn't in or whatever. I don't give a shit. I don't, he's not a good leader. And I think when it comes down, this year it's not going to matter, but if they ever got to a place where there was an important game, the guy looks so panicked in a pocket. He looks so uncomfortable. As soon as the pocket collapses, he tucks the ball, which still fumbles. Incredible. He has no pocket awareness. It really is. It's interesting that people at the NFL level in the front office aren't seeing the same things I'm seeing. Maybe it's completely different at practice and then they just shake their heads during the games, but I just don't think he's good enough to be a backup in the NFL if somebody goes out for a concussion protocol like Stafford.
Mm-hmm.
But I just don't think he's a starter. He's certainly not $100 million starter. Are you even kidding?
Oh yeah,
when he signed that
give him a lot of
contract,
money.
it was the most guaranteed money ever.
Yeah, tons of money, and he's not good under pressure, right? Is that he's not? Sounds like he's not good at big pressure games.
I would like his agent to play quarterback for the Vikings since he knows how to close at least.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins buckles under the pressure every big game the same way Matt Patricia's knees buckle every time he stands up.
Hey, this is off topic here, but did you guys see, I can't remember what country it was in, but a lake let go of like 16 tons of carbon monoxide and it smothered life and all the people in a 6-mile radius?
No, I did not see
No.
this.
The reason I tell you that is because my dog's underneath this little island right now and he just farted and I'm dying. He got new treats this week, and it is not great. So if I pass out, it was great talking to you guys.
I appreciate the foresight. There's something about because when my dog farts too, like there's something about that tail wagging, just wafting it.
Wafts
Yeah,
the fart around.
Yeah.
I bet on the inside they're just like, what's up, bitch? You want to pull my leash one more time and just
See, my roommates have they just got a kitten, and kittens apparently are farters.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, it's a cat. I guess when they're new, they fart a lot, and cat farts. It's a meaty fart. It's like it's just like a fishy, meaty fart. It's real. It's more pungent than I thought it would be. Yeah, I can't get rid of it.
I can't be around a cat because they kill me biologically. I well up with tears, which I normally do anyway because I'm a bit of a crier. But the eyes get itchy, the cheeks get swollen, the nose starts running, and then I have to kill a cat.
Oh yeah, you should probably just stay away from him then.
I tried
Yeah,
to.
just
It's a
don't
good
get
excuse to
cat.
not have to go to my mother-in-law's house or my mother's, as a matter of fact. Zach, are you coming over for Thanksgiving? Did you get rid of that cat? No. Well, I wasn't going to
Yeah.
come anyway, but now I definitely am not.
Just keep giving them cats for presents. Like, hey, it's your birthday. I got you a cat. I can't come over though now. Oh darn.
Hey, do you guys have any good takeaways from yesterday for the Lions?
We
I'm
talk
hoping.
about players that we're excited about. That's pretty much all we ever have.
Yeah, our special teams looked good. I mean, we blocked that punt.
2 punts.
2 punts. Yeah, the 2 punts. Although we missed Prater's starting to look old. I don't know if Prater's got it in him anymore.
Well, I think Prater just missed the first one, didn't he? And then
He's missed
made
6
everything
this year so far, and they've
very
they've definitely cost
uncharacteristic.
us games. But yeah, he's been very reliable. But I would say, I mean, our special teams has definitely been the best part of the team, and I say fire Patricia and let the special teams coordinator for the rest of the year just be the interim coach because it's the only unit on the team who's getting anything done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's it.
Sure.
Yeah. Did you like seeing Adrian Peterson out there again?
Or
Yeah.
Everson Griffin.
You know, I think yeah, of course.
Yeah,
I
we're trying to take all your players.
I think you're like the Cowboys, but doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Not getting anyone in their prime.
Yeah, we'll take Kirk when Stafford's done.
Oh my God, yuck. You know, it's always fun watching Adrian Peterson. He runs with such an intensity still, and he always has. I mean, he had that thing when he was here about, you know, using a switch to discipline his kid.
Yeah, he's a disciplinarian. Yeah, he's tough.
Right, and
That's why Patricia loves him.
he says, you know, this is how I grew up. This is how I was punished, and it worked. And so, you know, there's a lot of different takes on that. But if we're talking just football, the dude is an absolute stud. He's not even done playing, and he played on the Legends side of Family Feud, a special version of Family Feud.
Did he really?
All the young guys, all the young kids in the league. And then it was 4 retired guys and AP on the other side. And the dude's still in the league and he's already playing on the legend side. Incredible.
That's very funny. With all the old
How
legends.
often are you watching Family Feud? That was just, I
Right
felt
now.
like such a random pull.
You're a split screen right now. I'm watching Family Feud. Steve Harvey is head and shoulders above any other Family Feud host of all time. I mean, Richard Karn you like because he was Al from Tim the Tool Man, whatever that show
Yeah.
was.
Oh, okay.
And then
That was
you like
short-lived, though.
Richard Dawson, who just almost fingered other men's wives in front of him, was so amazing. Just lean over and be like, well, let's see what the answers are. And he's like licking their neck. Such a perv.
Was he a big perv?
Huge perv.
Survey says that turns you on.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
We were watching a commercial yesterday, and my youngest, Lena, the commercial for Family Feud came on, and she goes, "Ugh, I don't want to watch that silly man's show," because she's still upset about the Miss America announcing. He announced it wrong. She's really holding a grudge on that. She feels about Steve Harvey the way you do about Kirk Cousins.
No chance.
Heard her once. It's done.
No chance. Lena has not been around long enough to stir up the amount of rage I have in my body for Kirk Cousins.
Well, I guess then at the very least, she's on the right track.
Yeah. Yeah, they should have Steve Harvey call the election.
We went on a trip for our anniversary this past weekend, and just to a little like place up the road basically, and stayed in a little hotel. So it was just me and Emily away from the kids, and we had to actively tell our daughters not to talk politics when they went to stay with their Nana and Papa, because their Nana and Papa's blood pressure was through the roof. Meanwhile, our kids are drawing Biden-Harris signs. That's the world we're living in right now.
Yeah, I mean, you need to unleash them into the grandparents. My daughter asked, I mean, are we supposed to talk politics here?
Talk whatever you want.
Yeah, whatever you want. It's open book.
We get like 100 views a week. So
Here's what my daughter said to her grandfather. I'm not into you right now.
Did you just put that dog down?
Yeah, it was pretty quick.
did he just go Adrian Peterson on Poe with that stick?
Absolutely. So my daughter said to her grandfather, she said, "Hey, I would like you. Here's what I want for Christmas. I want you to vote for Biden, because when you're dead, I want to think of you as a good person. I mean, that's such a guilt trip.
Yeah. God, yeah, dang.
Especially from a granddaughter to a grandfather. Like that's going to hit the grandfather right in
Yep.
the heart.
Yeah.
And if you're a grandfather, you could still go, I would love to, honey, and then still vote for whoever you want. But I'm just saying, like, it's a
Sure.
pretty sweet move on her part.
Yeah. Once he got in that voting booth, just did one of these where you look around and go, oh.
Is Poe, has he been a real handful for you?
No, just lately. He must be getting into the teenage years somehow.
Okay.
You know, God, stop.
Wait, how old is he?
You want to talk quarterbacks? Let's talk Michael Vick.
Yeah. Give him another champion.
Poe is 8 months old. So I suppose that's, what is that, 56 months in dog math.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's got new dog. Okay.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Did you
So you guys talk amongst yourselves. I'm gonna let this dog out for a second.
Okay.
Slash put him in the trash can.
Now let's talk about his home. What do you think? What do you think of the
I
decor,
honestly
Zach?
was looking at his home. I really like the light fixture in the dining room. I've never, and I like the molding from the entryway to the dining room to what appears to be the living room. I like that.
Beautiful, yeah, and I believe
that's
that's
some shiny wood.
Yeah, some shiny wood, and I believe it's a forest green wall. I think it's a good choice on color. I like a forest green.
Can you just tell me what you think about that light fixture over the dining room table?
It's nice. It's got like an industrial vibe to it. You like an industrial, huh?
Yeah, Chad's always told me that his kids refer to him as Dad Mom, and I can see it.
Oh yeah, go
He's
because the decor.
Oh, he's got the starter
Is it another?
jacket.
Wow.
He's got the starter
He's
jacket.
all in on the Bills. Bills Mafia.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. I will say the Bills are one of my AFC teams.
That's a nice looking jacket.
Yeah, it's a very nice jacket. I love all the Bills.
So much.
Oh.
Yeah.
But before we go into the jacket, we want to let you know we were just admiring the screenshot we have of your home. I know they call you Dad Mom, but the entryway there between the two rooms, beautiful. Love the molding.
It's nice, yeah.
And I really like that that light fixture to the point where I'm going to suggest to Emily we get that for above our dining room table.
Well, I like it as well. It's about the same dimension as a table I made for I got a bunch of pictures on there. I got crafts going on. That's Olivia's. Nice. That's Olivia's area right here.
Oh, okay.
And then that's Isaac's over there. Oh. That's where I really got called Dad Mom, is because Isaac used to love Legos, and I made his name in Legos, and then and I put it above like a shadow box with his senior picture, and then one of his friends came over and said, "Who made that? Your mom?" And then he was like, "No, my dad." And he was embarrassed, but I thought it was the greatest compliment I've ever received.
Yeah, no, my feminine dad put it all together.
Yeah, I would love to see. You should showcase more of your crafts on Instagram, which is at that Chad Daniels. If anyone's interested, you should follow him, as you'll see right there underneath his name, at that Chad Daniels. But we'd love to see some more crafting on the.
Well, listen, maybe I will.
Yeah, get into some crafting. Start an Etsy page. Make
Try
some more money.
Some income during this.
Yeah, it's hard times.
How hot is it in Minnesota? How are you? I had a sweatshirt on before we started recording. I had to take it off. You have a winter hat on, a hoodie, and now a starter jacket. How are you not dying?
It is 32 degrees here right now.
Is it really? Oh, geez.
Yeah. So this last
75
weekend
here.
Yeah, this last weekend it was in the 70s, and they reopened golf courses. But today I just took Poe for a walk. There's a little lake kind of walk around about 1.5 miles, and I brought him for a walk before I started the show, thinking, oh, he'll lay down and be a good fucking dog, but he never is, so that doesn't really help. But it was cold. I had a runny nose. I actually heated up some water to make some tea, and I hopped on here at 3:58 thinking I had 2 minutes to say hello, and you guys are already started. Doesn't matter. It's not important.
Yeah, how has it been over in Minnesota? You guys, you're on lockdown. Minnesota's a very lockdowny, take it seriously state.
It's we're supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we have.
I think that's indicative of most of America.
Right.
I think so too. It's like a lot of I just want to get it over with. I don't believe. Listen, we told people to wear seatbelts because it would save their lives, and they did it. We tell people to wear masks because it might save someone else's, and they're like, "No, fuck you, dude. No chance."
But
If it's not about me, then I don't care.
didn't it take a few years for the seatbelt thing to take off?
Well, I think what happened was the click it or ticket commercial. I
Yeah, you
think
need a rhyme.
I think rhyme is very important.
Yeah, Americans really respect rhymes. We're a rhyming culture.
I like masket or casket, but
That's good.
Yeah, that's a
Thank
good
you.
one.
Yeah, I like that.
I just thought of that right now, and that's no shit. I'm pretty proud of it.
I'm gonna
Really?
be
Not
honest
just
with
off
you.
the top?
I thought of it. I thought of it at the same time you did, and now everyone will think I'm a liar for saying that. But I did think of it at the same time that you did. So
Yeah,
Well,
me too. Yeah, I also.
Listen, knowing one thing about you, you know, we've worked together, and I know that you absolutely did not think of that the same.
Yeah. Every time we get off stage, Zach's like, "Hey, it's crazy. I have that same joke."
every time I would get off stage, Chad would say, "Enough of the rhyming and wordplay. Okay, you're better than that." Well, Chad, I can't thank you enough for coming on. Especially, I mean, look, you look like an NFL.com merchandise ad.
Yeah, you
right
really
now.
do.
You look so good.
Thank you. Yeah, if they stopped using models and started using real people.
Yeah, real NFL fans just. What do you think? You got these 2 wins. Do you think these guys you're going to run the table? Where are we at?
No,
They've
I
got
don't
3
think so
wins
at
now.
all.
They've got
Yeah,
3 wins now.
They're 3 and 5, but 2 in a row. You're right to say
Mhm.
two in a row, and I don't think they are going to run the table. I think that the Packers came in thinking it was a bye week. I think the Packers. I think Aaron Rodgers talked to the refs, and he said, "Hey, don't give us the calls we normally get because we'd like the Vikings to win. It's not going to affect us, but it will affect their draft, and it will affect their team for years to come."
He is a good guy.
Yeah, there's just no way. You know, listen, if he was a good guy, I tell you what, he'd come out of the closet and he would change the face of the United States
Oh yeah.
with fathers that love football and respect Aaron Rodgers having to calm down about the situation.
Oh, it'd be huge
I
if he
think he's
came
really
out and
good.
kneeled during an anthem.
Absolutely.
I honestly don't think anyone has worn a mustache as well as Aaron Rodgers currently does since Freddie Mercury.
Absolutely. Plus, you add it to his Disney princess eyes. It's like, did someone draw those on? What's happening, Puss in Boots? Quit it.
Yeah, he is a beautiful man.
Gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. Plus, you could be on the other end of a hotel after making sweet love to him, and he'd be able to throw you something from the fucking snack bar. It's unreal.
Yeah. Hey, Aaron, give me a Snickers, and
You guys
he'd
are
be
total
100 yards.
package. Absolutely.
Except though, it seems the what they say about his personality, nobody wants to be around him. He doesn't talk to his family. His girlfriends all are like, his ex-girlfriends are like, he's the worst guy.
It's because he's always thinking about fucking dudes. And listen, I just wish he'd say it. Because then listen, in Wisconsin, emergency room visits go up 300% for spousal abuse after a Packers loss. That's in pure insanity. But it's a real stat. If Aaron Rodgers came out and just said, listen, this is who I am, deal with it, everyone would have to take a long, hard look at every single win. I mean, these guys, it would be unbelievable. You wouldn't be able to social distance because truck stops in Wisconsin would be jam-packed. And they'd be talking
Glory
about
holes across Wisconsin would be filled.
Yeah, they're just going to be talking about what we're going to do. But I honestly think, and clearly I don't know this is real, but I would say if he is, and he came out, it would help on a level that we probably haven't seen.
Yeah, it would be huge. Yeah, every grown man being like, "Wait, I love a gay man."
Right, and you'd have to look at yourself. I'm like, listen, I made a fucking name out of Legos. You think I don't look at Aaron Rodgers and just go, "Oh yeah, I sure would."
I can say the same thing as a man who regularly cries at commercials. So
I know, but they are getting sad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, well, every corporation is just like, hey, we're all you got this. We're doing great. Buy Apple. You're like it's like they tug at your heartstrings, and then once you're
Oh.
emotional, they go, now buy it. You're like, I gotta get it. I guess.
Absolutely.
Like,
There's
Before we
been
get off of
times-
commercials, what was it like? For me, it was personally just terrific. First week without those fear-mongering political ads.
So amazing.
Oh, it was the best. That was the best
So-
part of my Sunday.
I just didn't understand. I didn't realize that you didn't have to tell the truth in an ad. I
yeah.
mean,
you can just say
that's-
what you want.
you can say, well, this person voted for this, and then they show the date they voted, but then they don't show what else was in the bill or anything. It was so confusing
Mm-hmm.
that I was really struggling. And sometimes I get North Dakota channels because I live a half hour as the crow flies from North Dakota, and I'll get channels that are like, if you think Becky Thompson likes corn, think again. And it's just like, this is going to win her the election.
Yeah, I saw one. There's one in Kansas. I saw it was and they're like something about I can't remember the name of the candidate, but they're like she is against protecting children from sex slavery because she voted against like something because I looked it up. It was because there was like added stuff that she's like, no, I don't want all this added stuff in this bill.
Sure.
But just because she voted no, they're like she's pro sex slave for kids. You're like, well, I guess I don't. They're not
That
wrong
goes
or
to-
right.
That speaks to the I think you get away with all of that nonsense because at the end the candidate says, I approve of this message.
Right.
It just puts it all on their narratives. I mean, nobody really understands that they are the ones in fact lying, but that's what allows them to get away with lying? Because
Well, I don't know,
they take
but-
credit for the statement?
But I love that they do that because in my personal life, I don't ever say I'm Chad Daniels and I approve this message. So I can say whatever I want. And it doesn't, when they come at me like, hey, that's not your car. I went over there to check for your wallet and I was just digging around someone else's car. Like, yeah, well, I didn't say the thing, remember? That's what
I
love
didn't
about it.
disclaim anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, I can't get him. All right, I try to get him with gotcha journalism, but he didn't say he proved it.
Well, Chad, I hope your neighbors still think you're a serial killer because I am a fan of the podcast that you and Cy Amundsen host. It's
Well,
Middle
thank
of
you.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
You guys should definitely check that out. And also check out all of Chad's specials and albums out there. They will pass a lot of time.
Yeah. There's, if you like books on tape,
yeah. You won't like any of them, but they'll pass time.
I was going. They'll pass a lot of time, trying to be as indifferent and nonpartisan as I possibly could. No,
Yeah.
they are absolutely wonderful.
there are times I'll get messages from people and they're like, just so you know, I listen to you every night on Pandora. It helps me fall asleep. And I'm just like, not a compliment.
Yeah, you really knocked me out.
You do have a books on tape voice though. You have a voiceover voice. You can put people to sleep.
Well, during this whole like lockdown thing, I spent a lot of time at home and a lot of time. I have a 16-year-old daughter, a 21-year-old son who's out of the house, and a 16-year-old daughter who is here every other week. So on my off weeks, I've been reading my favorite books into just recording them on the computer and reading like my favorite children's books and stuff, just in case some shit goes down. And so my grandkids can listen and then whatever else. And just to basically make everyone in my life cry harder. Just because I'm not convinced anyone's going to care I'm gone. So
Yeah,
I'm trying to solidify just one tear.
as they lower the casket, they'll play one of your readings.
Right. It was the best of times. It was the
Yeah,
worst
you're
of times.
just going down. I didn't know you had a podcast with Cy. I'm dating
it's
Chloe
great.
Radcliffe, and she told me to tell you hello.
Well, lovely. Hi
Mhm.
back. Please
Mhm.
do.
I'll let her know. You said hello.
Absolutely. I'd love it.
Although I'm a lot of Minnesota connections.
Sure. Yeah.
Beautiful times. I went up there. I just saw. What are you guys at the waterfall up in by Minneapolis?
Minnehaha.
Minnehaha. Yes,
Yeah.
I finally saw that earlier this year. It was very calming.
It is very calming, and it's well, it's not frozen now because it got warm, but it's pretty cool when it freezes.
Oh, it freezes.
Frozen waterfalls are a very, very cool thing.
Yeah.
I didn't know they could freeze.
Yeah. It's pretty neat.
Well, water freezes, Jeff, and it's
Well, I mean,
as
you
you just
figure
said,
the
it's 32
fall
degrees. So I mean,
Well,
it's just
moving.
I know you're smarter than that.
Yeah, I wouldn't be doing this podcast and being a fan of this team.
Well, we always end it with a good old forward down the field and go Lions. Everybody go out there, follow Chad Daniels and listen to all his stuff. And then keep coming back to listen to mine and Jeff's hot takes, which is really becoming more of the same every single week. Fire Matt Patricia while Jeff still believes in him. So,
yep, we got to run the table.
Thanks so much, Chad.
Thanks
for having me. Good to see you guys.
Of
You
course.
too, buddy.
Take care.